It is live right now. I've started. Yeah, we'll just have to go to some locations and get some shots. That looks like Missouri State Penitentiary. Oh, it looks a lot like MSP. You can hear us. Yeah.
We're live here. Oh, let me start that. So I'm running a little behind, guys that are here right now. So I was out house shopping this evening. So if you are seeing us at the moment, just bear with us. We will talk to you. Charles, entertain them. Uh, We're not live there yet. I'm setting that up right now. So it changed the stream key on me. So um I literally had 5 minutes to take because I still had everything packed from the trip. I had to set up my board, set up my computer, set up everything. Um Getting home. So they can't. So you are turned up. Talk real loud, real quick. Hold on.
Dave,
There we go. I got
there
it.
we
I
go.
got you
There
back
we
on
go. Okay, finally. Well, hey everybody, welcome to the first stream, part two. Kidding, take two, I should say. We've been a little busy, just kind of ironing out the
We're not really
fun
having problems.
instances.
I just couldn't get here fast enough.
Yeah, it's all good. And unpacking stuff like that from the trip. Which, speaking of, we went to Emmaus Village this past weekend, which was our Emmaus Asylum, not Emmaus Village, but it was awesome. It was amazing. We had a great time. Yes, thank you, Jocelyn. Appreciate that. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Lori. Glad to have you guys here. Much appreciated. We will be live here eventually on Facebook and TikTok and a couple other places. But right now, YouTube is the main go, and we will get into this once everything's good to go. We had to set up different stream keys, so I guess it changed on Jason to be able to stream to those places. So it'll be a lot of fun. Yes, Emmaus is absolutely amazing, as Jocelyn put in the chat. It was a great time. The only thing that I would say was not fun was the bitter cold, but thankfully there was at least kind of a spot we could go and warm up, which was nice. But I definitely recommend going there if you ever get the chance. Spend some time in all three buildings. All three buildings are fantastic. We didn't really get to investigate the main building. We were pretty busy, but on the first night, we did have a very, very, I would say, very loud slam. We didn't know where it came from. We went through the building and trying to find some doors that might have been closed from the night before, and it was just there was nothing. And the other people that were with us, they all left. So it was just Jason and I doing a TikTok live on the second floor. And we heard a very loud slam. Hey, Creeps. Glad to have you here. Thanks for being here. So much appreciated. The Creeps people are joining us. So that's a lot of fun. And so, yeah, that first night was pretty fun. We just kind of hung out, walked around, explored. Basically, it was just more of an exploration night, getting the lay of the land. And then that second day, the guys from Chumming also heard a loud slam when Jason, myself, and everybody else. I think when Jason and I, what was it? We were over by the sets building, and you were exploring the graveyard, and the guys heard a loud slam inside the building as well. So that's two loud slams in the same buildings heard by two different people. And I'm sure other people have probably heard the same thing as well. Jocelyn's apparently a huge fan of Creeps. That's good. You like Creeps, huh? I'm kidding. Just a little fun there. But yeah, it was such a great time. I know Josh and I got to meet him. It was great meeting him. And got to meet Jocelyn for the first time, technically in person, and then got to meet Erica Burton of Solo as well. If you guys haven't, go follow Josh and I on, I want to say he's on TikTok. Go follow Jocelyn and Erica Burton from was it Solo Paranormal, and then Jocelyn of Confessions of a Haunted Doll Mom. She is definitely on she's on YouTube. But yeah, you heard a scream, huh? Was that your scream or something else? I think it was her scream. You scared everybody, honestly. I was kind of like, wait, what the? It's like the most real, like TV movie scream I think I've ever heard in person. So that was awesome. That was kind of shook me a little bit, but that's okay. Jason, you said we are good to go, though?
We are live on Facebook. I'm just setting up the TikTok real quick. So
No, fine. I can keep talking about Emmaus. Honestly, it was a great time. I want to go back when it's a little warmer. I could spend some more time. Hey, Cassie, glad to have you here. Thanks for being here. It means a lot. And trying to think what else we had. Um, I know you were exploring a lot, Jason. Did you really experience anything by yourself? I mean, I know you had that weird, like wind, that weird feeling with the
yeah,
wind and stuff like that.
I sorry, let
He's
me do this
focusing. It's
one
okay.
thing. Let me do this one
Yeah,
thing, and we'll be live on TikTok, and then
perfect.
I'll tell you about what happened there.
All right. So while you're doing that, I will go ahead and spend some great time with Jocelyn and Erica. I will say, when we were investigating the women's college, there was a moment where I thought someone was entering the building. It sounded like a door closed, and I heard a couple footsteps afterward. It was so real that I actually was like, "Oh, hold on, someone's entering the building." And I like while Jocelyn and Erica were doing their thing, thinking that somebody was walking up, just alerting them, so they wouldn't be like, "Oh, freaking out." And I went to go check after a couple seconds, and no one was there. And I went to go look through the door down the long hallway connecting to the main building, and there was nobody in that building. So there was nobody in that hallway. So I was definitely surprised by that. That was really cool. Hearing a door just, it wasn't even like a slam or anything. It was just like a door normally closing, and then just like maybe 2 or 3 footsteps. It was awesome. I had a great time. Trying to think anything else that we had a lot of devices going off, so I can't wait to watch Jocelyn's episode for that. And if Erica decides to put my the most haunting thing in the episode, which was my stomach at the time of these sessions, it was freaky. I did start screaming hello. Yeah, of course. I'm trying to get everybody's attention, or trying to see if there's anybody there. It was a lot of fun, and freaky at the same time. Yes, creeps. You guys should definitely go out there. It is one of a kind for sure. Like just respect for the history, and the architecture is just absolutely amazing. Just the stonework is awesome. But yeah, as Jocelyn is laughing hilariously in the chat, my stomach was definitely the most haunting part of
I thought that was
the
me
first
by
session.
yelling that one time.
No, so no, I was also saying like hello, like trying to yell, like trying to basically just see if some call out to something. And that was that first time in the women's college. But EVP session is safe with Charlie. No EVP session. Yeah, no. That was I gotta say honestly, my stomach doesn't make a lot of growl. Like it doesn't normally do that. Like it's because I go from eating super healthy for like 3 weeks, and then going on just like having a cheat weekend and eating horrible food. So I think my stomach was just like, what is happening? So, but it was hilarious. I felt horrible every time it would happen. Hey guys, how's Gobi on the Veil is with this as well. That's awesome. Thanks guys for being here. History and architecture are primary. What's the cause of stomach demons? It was Emo's Pizza. Emo's Pizza out of St. Louis, while Washington. I love it. It's so good. And I was told that it was pretty close, and I was like, well, everybody was like, let's get pizza. So Emo's was the best thing. It's usually his breathing. Shut up, Dave. That's only on mic'd up sessions. Leave me alone. They didn't have me mic'd up, so it's fine. But yes, he ate too much pizza. Hey, don't act like it was just me. It eventually got to you and Erica both. Come on now. It was all I basically started it in the the contagiousness of the stomach growl spread. It was haunting. Yeah, honestly, Cassie, it really was. It got to me pretty bad. I had to step away for a few moments and be like, well, this is what we have to do to make sure the sessions are not ruined. So that was fun. I felt bad, but I'm sure it'll be in the I bet Erica will put it in there. It just makes sense. Like just as a funny bit. You didn't eat that much. I didn't think you did, but I mean, whatever. Better than Taco Bell. That is true, Dave. That was night 1, and nobody had any issues because we had Taco Bell at what, like 2, 3. Well, it wasn't 2 or 3. It was like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. It's when Larry from Chumming ordered he ordered Taco Bell, and it took like an hour to get there. That was crazy. But yeah, I gotta say, go back. I'm definitely gonna go back. Demon Growl, no. Charles Tommy, yeah, pretty much. And it was like the long, awkward ones. It would be like just freaking like whale calls in my stomach or something. I don't even know. It's just, oh gosh, I felt so embarrassed because that was my first time actually investigating with Jocelyn or Erica. Oh my gosh, and it does. Like I said, it doesn't normally happen. It's darn healthy choices than eating like crap. That's what I'm gonna put it up to. But and that was in the solitary confinement cells at the Sets building. So yeah, there's a lot of history to this place, guys. It's really cool. I wish I could really tell you the layout and like the history, but like there's a lot going on with it. In a road trip without yeah, it really is local bites. That's always how it goes. Had some phenomenal breakfast in the morning too. It was fantastic. But
Okay.
check it
Well,
out.
I can't figure out for some reason the TikTok's not working now, but we're live everywhere else.
Hey,
which is
that's
fine.
fine. Yeah,
So
that's cool with me.
I'll play around. We definitely had it working. It was actually one of the easier things to get working before for whatever reason, and now it's not working. But
Yeah, that happens. I mean,
it is what it is.
exactly. You know, Dave's got a point. Imagine crop dusting a room of investigators and they freak out over the sulfur smell. Yeah, I bet that's how it is. Oh God, it's a demon. There's sulfur.
So yeah, this is Strange Paranormal. Strange Paranormal Live. We're gonna do all kinds of fun stuff tonight, and
Yes.
hopefully each and every week. So we are gonna talk about news stories, paranormal and strange news stories. We're gonna go through some recent sightings that we have.
Yeah.
Not ours personally, but ones we found online.
Maybe one day it'll be our story.
I'm gonna interview Charles here in a bit. We're gonna get to know him a little bit better.
What?
We're going to talk about our thoughts on people removing spirits from haunted locations. If some of you have been following us, you know where I stand on that, at least. And the fun thing later is we're going to go through some random old GeoCities websites, pull them up,
Yes.
and explore and see what's out there.
Which I'm looking forward to because this is something I have never done before
Yeah.
or even heard of. So, first times for everything. Hey.
So we do also have a voicemail line. We're not set up for to take a live call at the moment, but maybe in the future. But if you want to call and leave us a voice message or text us, that number is 575-208-4873. And if I would have had time, I would have had it on the screen already, but I'm not going to spend the time to do it because it's boring for you to watch us do that. Go to strangeparanormal.com. Everything is on there, all our links
Yes.
and all that stuff. So, yeah, so that's
Absolutely.
basically what we're going to do. We also, on our Patreon, we also have a plus level on there, which will be an extra 30 plus minutes of this show that will take place and we'll record after our lives. That'll include video reactions, extra news, and any conspiracy talk we might want to have for the week. And who knows what else will be on that extra, at least 30 minutes every week. That's $5 a month for Strange Paranormal Plus through Patreon. And all those links are on strangeparanormal.com.
Yeah, so if you like what we talk about, want to see a little bit extra, just go on over there and help us out. It'll really be nice, honestly. It'll be great. And I just want to read a couple comments here while I'm scrolling through Facebook. So yes, Jocelyn, I was being nice. I stepped out and went outside and came back. I didn't crop dust anybody. Cassie says, "Good job, Jason. All those platforms." And Jocelyn says, "Oh, I'm prank calling." Well, that's Crank
Yeah,
Anchor
go
at
for
its
it.
finest. Please do. That'd be funny. It would be great outtakes.
We'll screen the calls, the voicemails, but
Yeah.
I can guarantee that unless there's something really bad on it, we will play it on the show.
Which sounds great to me. And then Dave commented from Haunting History, "I've been getting into the channel Cabin in the Woods. Great Bigfoot content. He would be a great guest one day. And, probably some good reactions too if he lets us. So that'll be really nice. I can't wait to check that out too."
Let's start out with some news, Charles. You got a news article you want to talk about?
Yeah, I sure do. So
This comes from cake.com, which I believe is an ABC affiliate. I think I could screen share here. Give me just a second.
I don't know if it'll show on here.
Ooh, good point. All right, you know what? I'll just read it off. No
Yeah.
big deal.
We'll do that for now.
I'm not pronouncing Viking, so I should be fine. So this article is titled slash the header of it is Kansans have 1.03 chance of being abducted by aliens, study says. Whoa. Jason, so you have less than 2% chance of being abducted.
But is
by
that
an alien.
more than that's more than your percentage, I would assume.
They didn't have Missouri, they just did Kansas. That's all I'm seeing here. So I think it was the
I think
specific...
that's high though.
Oh, true. Oh, you know what? It says the Sunflower State is ranked 28 in the country for alien abductions, according to a report from. You know what? Let's check this out. I'm gonna click on the link and see whatever.
Canada
see what else
sports
it says.
betting.
Yeah, I know, right? Canada sports betting. That's great. Comparative report: U.S. plus Canada. Let's see. So it says most alien abduction stories begin quietly. A strange light, a missing moment. Okay, great, wonderful. The Alien Abduction Odds Index of 2026 compares where abduction-related UFO reports are most often recorded across the United States and Canada. It doesn't predict events; it just compares patterns.
Oh, I have a full list right here. It's in that article. So
Oh, really?
New Hampshire you have a 1 in 50 chance of getting abducted by a UFO. In New
yeah, there it
Hampshire.
is. Nice.
New Mexico is the
yeah.
lowest.
It's the lowest. Wow.
Where's Missouri? Missouri
is 1.09. That is more than Kansas.
Yeah.
Holy cow. I've got a 1 in 92, and Jason's got a 1 in 97. Well, Dave, we're screwed, bud. We're Cake is based in Wichita. Thanks, Cassie. Appreciate that. She believes that.
Yeah, I thought that sounded like a Kansas. I heard that place, that news channel before.
I don't want to butcher your name. I'm guessing it's Time Traveler. It makes sense. Happy to have you here. Thank you very much. I don't want to be like, it's Time Traveler. Just kidding. It's probably not. It's probably Time Traveler. Let's see here. Talk to Cassie. And wait, where can I go to get abducted on my way from Time Traveler?
Yeah.
I would say, what's the most percentage? Like, what's the biggest one?
The New Hampshire, 2% chance, 1 in 50. So it does say that in Kansas, between 2019 and 2024, the Sunflower State reported 289 UFO sightings and 14 abductions.
Wow.
I wonder if that's MUFON that's getting those reports.
That's a great question. Let me see if it says it in this article here. Keystone is yeah, New Hampshire's number 1. Idaho, Vermont, Maine follow closely with 21 sightings. It doesn't say where they got the info. It just says that alien hotspots and the charts there. Yeah, it doesn't say where they got the information from. It's just reports, which that sucks. I wish they could say where it was from.
After when this show's on playback, if you're watching on playback, this link will be in the show notes.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Okay. Oh, so here we go. This is kind of nice. So how the Alien Abduction Odds Index was built. It doesn't try to explain these experiences. It simply tracks where people report. So index, look at 3 simple signals. How often UFO sightings are reported. This shows how frequently people in the region report seeing something unusual in the sky. How many reports mention abduction-related details. So claims such as missing time, physical encounters, or being abducted aboard a craft. Whether reports appear consistently or over time. Regions that show steady reporting year after year rank higher than places with brief one-offs. Each location is scored to 0 to 100. Okay, that makes sense. Data covers 20. Data sources. You got New Fork, which is National UFO Reporting Center, Canada UFO Survey, U.S. Census Bureau. Interesting. Statistics Canada, Center for Disease Control, so CDC, and then Google Trends. So that looks like their database for UFO-related content mostly comes from National UFO Reporting Center, which I will say I've never even heard of New Fork. So,
or Nafork, however you say it.
So here,
And
I was
you-
able to pull it up here.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Alien hotspots, and here's the different odds you have. And click on the state. Oh, interesting. I mean, there's a very low population in New Mexico compared to several other states, but I think like Utah
You'd-
and Nevada
you'd
have
think-
low populations.
I'd
so-
say you'd think New Mexico would be pretty high with how much UFO sightings are out there in New Mexico, right?
yeah. I
But
don't know.
maybe that's just sightings and not actual abductions. So who knows? But yeah, that was the strange headline I saw today that I thought would be cool to discuss. What's yours, Jason?
The first one I have is Bank of England must plan for financial crisis sparked by aliens.
What?
So this comes out of the UK. The Bank of England must plan for a financial crisis being triggered by an official announcement confirming the existence of alien life, one of its former policy experts claimed. I did see something about this earlier this week. Helen McCaw served as a senior analyst in financial security at the UK's central bank, preparing for events that could impact the economy.
Oh,
She has now written to Andrew Bailey, the bank's governor, urging him to organize contingencies for the possibility that the White House may one day confirm we are not alone. McCaw, a Cambridge graduate, believes a declaration of the magnitude would send shockwaves through the market and could trigger bank collapses and civil unrest. Until
Makes sense.
recently, suggestions that governments were covering up the existence of alien life were limited to small coterie of conspiracy theorists. That's us.
Hey,
Rubio, a close. Are they talking about Marco Rubio? Oh, however, the host of senior American officials, including the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, the New York Senator Kristen Gillibrand, and James Clapper, a former director of national intelligence, have recently indicated their belief in the possibility of intelligent non-human life. Rubio, a close ally of President Trump, told the makers of the recently released UFO documentary, The Age of Disclosure, we've had repeated instances of something operating in the airspace over the restricted nuclear facilities, and it's not ours.
oh, dang.
Now,
okay.
this is a long article. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it does finish up with something I saw and reported on last week for another place that I stream, not that I stream, that I make a news segment for, that they claim that this summer it's already set for Trump to announce on the anniversary of the Roswell incident.
I heard about this as well. Yeah, that's very interesting.
But I don't know. I don't know.
It's-
What do you think? Is this is just more of the same old stuff or no?
Yeah, I mean, I did see the same. I did see an article about like in the United States, it freaking people out as well. I mean, it's okay. Personally, I think it's more not like so. Remember when we were at the event at Emmaus, we were talking about how like I've been getting a lot of news articles about the New Madrid fault and stuff like that. Like it's popping back up again, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they're popping this stuff back up again as well, because I mean, people have known for a long time that if they did actually come forward with proof of extraterrestrial life or interdimensional beings, whatever you want to call it, that it would question and shake up a lot of things. Now, do I believe they've been slowly warming this up? And what I mean by is
You have a bit of an echo there.
desensitized?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
do I?
You have a little bit of an echo. I don't know what changed, but
I haven't changed anything.
yeah,
Do y'all hear me with an echo too? Help me out in the chat here.
it's not
but
as
yeah.
bad as it was.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
going, it's going away.
okay, that's good. So maybe it's because I positioned my mic up and then slightly down again. I don't know. But so to me, actually, it's just the same kind of programming. Just they've been desensitizing us. I think that's the right word for disclosure free years. I mean, think about it. If they were to come out and say that, oh, aliens exist back in the 20s and 30s, there'd be shock, right?
Yeah.
But nowadays, I think people would be like, okay, yeah. Because, I mean, you already have these UFO committee/hearings with people that are supposedly whistleblowers and disclosure people. So we're already getting all this. And they literally casually dropped like, oh, yeah, by the way, a lot of these crafts are not man-made that we know of.
Yeah.
So, take that as you want. If you want to believe it, if you don't want to believe it, that's out there. But yeah, I think it's just the same old kind of talking about, to me, common sense that this stuff would absolutely happen. I do want to say a couple things from the chat here. Time Traveler said, I saw a couple UFOs years back. One was rectangle and long was round, and one was round. They were both some sort of light blue translucent color, just casually flying over Oregon. Wild. Which Oregon? I could see that. Absolutely. Creep says they blame 3-Eye Atlas. That thing is real and spooky, which I'm right there with Creeps. I'm wondering if that's a psyop at the same time, or if it is actually real. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I still hold the same views that I have for quite a while now, that they wouldn't tell us unless they got something out of it. Well, there's
Yeah,
two
true.
reasons. One, they wouldn't tell us unless they had a reason and got something out of it. Like
Yes.
with their greed, something was some power or something. They wouldn't just out of the kindness of their hearts
Aliens are coming. Only we can
explain
protect
that they
you.
are not the most powerful thing out
Right.
there.
Right,
Or
exactly.
they couldn't control whatever this is.
Yep.
Or they know it's coming to the point where we will figure it out anyways, so they're trying to get in front of it. But if that's the case, I don't think they're going about it very well.
I agree with you in that sense, in that second point too, because the internet has just sped up delivery of news so fast that news, like the mainstream media news, can't keep up with it. That they can't do, like when they run interference or misinformation or psyops of some sort. It's almost like they can't keep up with how fast the internet spreads that news.
Mhm.
So yeah, I could definitely see that, especially with all the stuff that came out with. I think we've talked about this briefly, but like with Stephen Greer and what's the really famous guy? He's still alive. He did reverse technology for gravity and these spaceships.
What's his name that came out as Area 51?
I think so. Super skinny guy, glasses. Of course, Dr. Stephen Greer also had glasses. Oh man, I can't think of his name. But he was well known with doing reverse engineering.
Bob Lazar.
Thank you. Yes, Bob
Yeah.
Lazar. Like it's that stuff's coming out faster and faster, like every single drop. So I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. It just makes sense. And thanks, Time Travel, for showing a lot of love to our friends. We greatly appreciate that. And also another comment from them as well. Some believe Bigfoot are interdimensional beings, which I could see it personally if we don't fully understand the tech that Bigfoot may have, like cloaking devices or something like that. So, yeah, it would be very, very interesting. But good topic, man. I like that one. That was good.
All right, let's go with another Charles news article.
All right, well, hey, sticking with the theme here, scientist claims alien DNA may be present in humans, suggesting genetic intervention. Interesting take, right?
Nice.
Right, so the article goes, a controversial new study is raising eyebrows in the scientific community, but claims that some humans may carry alien DNA, potentially the result of extraterrestrial intervention in our genetic makeup. Dr. Max Rimple, founder and CEO of the DNA Resonance Research Foundation, has analyzed genetic data from both self-identified alien abductees and participants in the 1,000 Genomes Project. According to his findings, several families contained unusual DNA sequences that could not be traced back to either parent. The research, which has not yet been peer-reviewed, suggests the existence of 348 genetic variants unaccounted for by known inheritance patterns. That's a pretty substantial number, right? 348, pretty wild. If proven, this would be as world shattering as recovering a flying saucer, said author and UFO researcher Nigel Watson, who urged caution due to the study's speculative nature and limited data set. Rimple claims that this unexplained genetic material, referred to in the study as possible alien DNA, may have been inserted into human genome long before the advent of modern gene editing tools like CRISPR, never even heard about, but it's CRISPR, which only became available after 2013. The subjects included in the analysis were all born before 1990, ruling out contemporary technological intervention. Additional testing using consumer genetic platforms such as 23andMe, remember how we were talking that before, selling the data, hey, revealed similar non-parental genetic markers among individuals who claim to have experienced alien abductions. There it is. That 23andMe data got sold off to some scientist to do alien research. Boom. Rimple, what? Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut you off. Just we actually
That's so funny.
know so little about what's in our DNA,
right?
that we have all kinds of junk DNA that our body doesn't use. So it could be that it seems alien because we don't know what it does or where it came from. That doesn't mean it's extraterrestrial in my mind.
Yeah,
I think this is just a sense of science not fully understanding everything still yet.
Oh yeah, that is evident. We still don't understand what most of the ocean floor, like what's all hidden in the rainforest as well. So you think we're gonna really understand the human body to a T? No, there's no freaking way. So the article continues. Rimple hypothesizes that these markers could indicate a large pattern of extraterrestrial genetic modifications. He further speculates that the presence of alien DNA may be linked to neurodivergent traits such as autism and ADHD. Although he acknowledges that this connection remains unproven, of course. Some individuals may even possess heightened cognitive abilities, such as telepathy, according to this theory. Article's almost over. Ripple emphasizes that more accurate data is necessary to validate these claims. Current genotyping methods, he says, lack the resolution needed to detect the novel variant involved. He is advocating for a broader use of the next generation sequencing to conduct detailed studies of families and potential alien ancestry. Nigel Watson echoed the need for rigorous scrutiny, noting that many alien abduction reports are anecdotal and may stem from psychological and environmental factors. Nevertheless, he agrees that further study of these claims could yield significant findings. Despite the skepticism, Rimple maintains the potential alien hybridization could have profound implications for future human evolution. So, what do y'all think? You think it was aliens, or you think it's just we need to do more research? I think we need to do more research personally.
Well, so even if it came from an extraterrestrial source, in my mind, that doesn't mean that it's some alien being out there injecting whatever into us to create us. It could be a seeding process of something just floating through space and ends up on the planet and injects into our DNA because it could have happened millions of years ago, and over time our body exposed to it and started using it in some way, and it got into our DNA.
Well, and take that a step further too, even in our own oceans or our own planet's permafrost, when they're digging into all that ice, who knows what they're unleashing throughout the rest of human you'd think it would be safe and contained, right? But I do worry about what they could unleash from the permafrost that could maybe wipe out civilization, because our bodies are not I would say accustomed or attuned to fighting things that are that old as far as bacteria and viruses. So who knows what one day science may release on the world and kill us all. Just saying.
Yeah.
But that was good. What do you think, man?
Yeah.
What's your next one?
My next one, I'm going to pull up our browser feed here.
Absolutely. Dave says, I'm wondering if that has anything to do with the cloning being claimed in the Epstein files because of the 23andMe connection. Maybe. I know that cloning
Switch back.
was heavily discussed. And I mean, if they can do, um, ooh, okay, cool. This looks pretty cool. I like to see where this is going. But we can already clone animals. We can already clone like specific, like, I mean, I know gene manipulation is 100% a thing. So that's a very good point, Dave. Absolutely. Dave also says that's how The Walking Dead started, Jason. LOL. And thanks, Cassie. I greatly appreciate that.
All right,
Just
so my next news article, ghost allegedly caught on camera at Oldham Coliseum.
Oh, I see it. Nice.
The ghost of a little boy has allegedly been caught on camera at Oldham's Coliseum Theater. Friends of the Coliseum, the group that successfully campaigned to save the theater following its closure in 2023, posted the photo on Facebook January 29. They say the photo was taken by a contractor working on the theater's ongoing refurbishment. It shows scaffolding on the backstage area of the theater, but there appears to be a small boy at the bottom left corner. I'm going to try to zoom in on that. I know that the quality might not be close enough. We will share this so people can see it on our various pages afterwards. I actually have a bigger blown up version of this somewhere. Actually, let me see if I can find it real quick and bring it on screen.
Dave, I'm with you on that.
Okay. Let's see if this will show up on this. No. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to try to get this view for you.
There's too many people
Is-
faking stuff nowadays.
Yeah,
Personally.
that's true. There we go.
Well, that looks great.
So that's the photo. Take it for what you will. I mean, we all know that it could be fake, but that doesn't mean it's always fake. Let's keep reading the story here. His hands, legs, clothes, and facial features are faint, pale, and grayscale, but clearly visible. The post reads, "We all know the story of Harold Norman, who is thought to haunt the theater, but this image seems to show a young boy stood below the fly tower." Oh, this was on an episode of Most Haunted in 2004. And they talk about Harold Norman, an actor who was killed on stage in 1947 while he was playing the lead in Macbeth. But why would it be a kid?
Exactly. This story doesn't line up.
According to newspaper reports, at the time he was stabbed accidentally in the final scene of the actor playing Macduff.
Et tu, Brute? I'm just kidding. It's probably the wrong play.
I've seen they also have a lady there. A ghost lady.
Accidental stabbing. I'm not trying to laugh, but how?
I don't
An
know.
accidental shooting, I can see that, right? Blanks, but they're actually not blanks. But blanks actually can hurt, by the way. People didn't know that.
So let's just take it on, let's say this was just somebody taking a photo, and it was there. It clearly looks like the shape of a kid.
Oh yeah, I can totally see it where the eyes would be. I can see an ear, the hair, the arms, the legs. It's almost too perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
well,
I hear you.
But okay, so then let's take the other argument.
Okay.
Does it look like, I'm zoomed in pretty close on here, and this is just a copy of a copy that I screenshotted and then blew up.
Yeah.
I don't see any pixelation around it that makes it look like it was blended in.
Okay.
But it could be done really well.
I think I kind of do see some pixel outline, like a little bit of black in there, to the, like when we're looking at it. So our left and then our right, like just kind of around the shoulders. Like there is some pixelation a little bit
Maybe,
there, and
but
then
black does weird things, especially when
no,
you
I
zoom
agree.
in on it.
I agree completely. For me, yeah, it's really hard. I mean, it's hard to tell, right? But
There's
I agree
kind
with
of a
some of the people in the
straight line
chat.
on the back.
I agree with some of the people in the chat. It needs to be put through an AI detector or some sort of AI to see if it's been manipulated or not.
Yeah. So that's that news story.
I like it. But Dave, yes, you should absolutely submit some real and fakes for us and see if we can tell the difference and see if chat can tell the difference. That's a segment that Dave and I used to do on Boogeyman. Oh, that's one of my favorite segments for sure. It was actually a game. We rolled it into our game nights. Cassie, but imagine a Macbeth and Julius Caesar hybrid. LOL. Absolutely. 100%.
So I have something that before. So we're going to move on here in a second to
Yeah.
your interview, but first I want to talk about the connections of the Seattle Seahawks and the Pope.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into that.
Have you heard about this?
No, I have not.
It
I'm
doesn't
very intrigued.
100% line up one for one, but the last three popes, when they came into power, it's not office. What I don't know what it's called, but when they were coronated,
yeah, papacy. I don't know.
the Seahawks were in the Super Bowl all three times.
The Seahawks are blessed.
So it's not the same year, of course, but it's the season. So last year we had Pope Leo come into power, and the Seahawks won this year.
Okay.
In 2013, it was 2013-2014 season, the Seahawks won, and that's when Pope Francis came in 2013. Now in 2014 and 2015, the Seahawks went, but we didn't have a new pope, but they lost.
Oh.
In 2004 and 2005 season, the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl. They lost, but that's when Pope Benedict, the 16th, came into power. Do you think that that's some kind of just strange coincidence?
I mean,
the last three popes, the Seahawks were in the playoffs or in the Super Bowl.
How much of a coincidence is how much of a coincidence is it between John Wilkes Booth, Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, all that kind of stuff? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a very valid point, and it could be. I mean, today's point, the current Pope is a Bears fan, which makes sense why the Bears did so well this year. But the Pope is from Chicago. Okay, that's crazy. Oh man, maybe it's one of those like cracks in the matrix. You know what I mean? Like, hey, every time that new pope gets elected, the Seahawks have to win. Can't explain it; just happens. You know?
Obviously, it hasn't happened through history. It just happens to be the last three.
Yeah,
we'll just have to see how it keeps going.
Cassie, I wouldn't bet your entire money onto it, but maybe throw a 100 here or there. You never know. She says code cracked. Now following the Catholics and betting on Seahawks making the Super Bowl. Take my money.
This
awesome.
is supposed to, I don't want to go into this. We could do this in a future episode where we break it down. But we are supposed to be in the time of the last pope. The pope that is currently in power now was prophesied to be the last pope a couple hundred years ago.
Well, okay, so I'll save that question for just one question. Just hear me out. One question. What, I know then there could be multiple explanations, but is it based off of the name or the
it's
number
based on
of
the
popes?
number. So a pope, I don't have it in front of me. I can't remember his name off the time. Not a pope, a saint.
A saint.
At the time, he made a prediction, not like Nostradamus type predictions, where he laid out something about every pope going forward into the future. It was a short line, a short anecdote, something about every pope that he saw prophesized going into the future. And we are at the number where he said that this would be the last pope there ever was.
Okay.
So that's a little tease. We'll talk about that in the future, but just because we were talking about it, I thought I'd throw that in there.
Okay.
All right, Charles, you ready to be interviewed?
I'm as ready as I can be, I guess. Is everybody else ready for me to be interviewed?
Yeah, well, we'll start off easy.
All right, all right. All
Who
right.
are you and where do you come from?
Who am I? Well, my name is Charles Fort. Some call me Charlie, some call me Chuck. Preferred Charlie, but either one works for me. I come from south of Kansas City, probably about 40 minutes south, so mid Missouri, roughly. Uh, how I started in the paranormal.
Well, no, that's the next question. This
That's
is
the next
just where
question.
do you come from
Oh,
and
okay.
who are you?
Where I come from, a little town called West Line, Missouri. It's not even really a town; it's literally a registered ghost town. But the main reason why, because there is another town that was called Northwest Line that literally became a ghost town. Nobody lives there anymore. But yeah, that's where I'm from
All right.
and who I am.
So you preempted it a little bit, but the next question is how and when did you start in the paranormal field?
Well, as a young kid, I always, and I'm talking about like young, like 5, 6, 7 years old.
Little Charlie.
Oh yeah. I actually grew up in what I believe was a haunted house. The reason why is I would see just random, very random occurrences. Shadow figure here, shadow figure there. I literally had the ghost of what I thought was a little girl next to my bed, scared the living bejesus out of me. I saw mimics of my sister. So I can't say it was my sister, but it looked a lot like my sister. So I just say it was a mimic of my sister.
Kara, my wife, is
Yeah.
terrified of the idea of mimics.
Yes,
She's absolutely terrified by it.
I'm wondering if mimics aren't necessarily ghosts and they're not their own paranormal, like supernatural entity. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that would be a good, a very good. I think that would be a very good topic to discuss one day. But so I would never see my mom, my dad, or anybody else, but it was always my sister. Now a twist to that: my sister in her room, she was afraid of dolls, but more particular, she was very afraid of this certain corner of her room because I think she saw something in that corner and it terrified her one night. And so the fact that the mimics that I would see seem like they would mimic my sister just seems like it was not necessarily close to my sister, but spent a lot of time around my sister. So just kind of throwing that out there. But my favorite story to tell as far as paranormal experience would be the little girl that I saw next to my bed.
All right.
I was laying on my left side. I was on the edge of the bed, and I was basically asleep or trying to go to sleep. And if I had my eyes open, I could see into the bedroom across the hallway. There was no doors. There were just doorways. We had curtains over our doors. And so I could see into the other room and the light was on. And I remember closing my eyes for a certain period of time. And then when I opened them, there was the head and shoulders of what I thought was a little girl. That was the very first instance. My sister is 5 years older than me. There should be no little girl in my house. I'm probably, 9, 10, 11, somewhere in there. So without skipping a beat, I freak out and go, oh shit. And I cover my face up with my covers and I just pretty much start hyperventilating. I'm just, freaking out. And I didn't scream. It was late in the night. I thought I saw something. I really thought it was my sister trying to scare me. But then after a little while, because she honestly, she had a habit of trying to scare me. We used to put like little haunted houses on in my house and we'd decorate stuff. It was fun times. But so I remember lifting the covers up and then she was just gone. Now, here's a couple details. I don't remember hearing her get up, hearing her move, hearing her breathe, nothing. And details of the little girl. The hair, which reminded me a lot of my sister. The hairstyle looked almost exactly like my sister's. It was just like kind of over the top and then straight down. And then the face was just pitch black. No facial features whatsoever. I could see hair strands, like kind of like a light breeze and the hair strands would move. So
and then, like I said, this head also blocked out the light from the bedroom across the hallway. So for me, I don't think I was seeing things or dreaming because of that amount of detail. I remember vividly what this thing actually looked like, and that it didn't, like, I couldn't hear any movement once I put the covers over my head, no breathing, no nothing. It was just there. And then all of a sudden, after a little bit, it was just gone. So to me, instances like that is what really piqued my curiosity about the paranormal. And so as a kid, I would gravitate towards a lot of paranormal / supernatural books. It really just something about reading those kinds of books were just stimulating. They were more stimulating compared to those children books of the time.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. I actually got to write to my favorite author, which actually happened to be and I couldn't tell the person's name, but at that time I was thinking it was like first grade. So I was 7 years old. I got to write to my favorite author, who was a supernatural. He had like multiple books, but he was a supernatural or paranormal book author. And he hits me back with, like with a, hey, thanks for writing me, blah, 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 blah. And then he goes into, have you looked into reincarnation? Do you know what that is? And 7-year-old me was like, I remember seeing, like, I got to write back to him. I remember seeing it in your books and like this kind of stuff. And then he's like, well, you need to look into the person named Charles Fort. And when he wrote out my name, I was like, what? So I looked up this guy named Charles Fort, and that just was like kind of like a light bulb going off in my head. Like, well, that's an interesting coincidence.
Yeah.
His name was Charles H. Fort, which is my name. His middle name is different from mine. I will say that. I would say, is the great grandfather of the paranormal, or
I would call him a paranormal. Actually, I have called him a paranormal forefather.
Okay. Yeah. So he wrote 4 main books, but I would say his ultimate success was Book of the Damned.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell people about this book, I explain that damned doesn't necessarily mean like what we would think as today as like the devil and stuff like that. It was just things that can't be explained. Right. So back then he would have to put it in a certain way. You can't say the book of things that can't be explained like in today's terms, because back then those kinds of things were just like, they were damned. Right. You just couldn't explain it. It was of the devil kind of thing. So the guy was literally ahead of his time, wrote, and he was I would say he's one of the earlier writers of taking people's stories and just writing them out in a book and talking about so many different, it wasn't just necessarily paranormal, it was supernatural as well, just supernatural occurrences.
Yeah, and his books are kind of like encyclopedic.
Yeah, very, very much so.
They're just documenting, and he does pontificate on things, but it's mostly just documentation.
Yeah, and so I was like, man, that's kind of cool. I'd like to kind of do the same thing. And, eventually as I got older, I had a couple more experiences at the house, and then I started watching paranormal shows. And I was like, man, I could totally do something like this too. So my first, and this may be a question, I don't want to jump the gun here, but my first, I would say, paranormal, like trying to reach out, was literally just a knockoff MP3 iPod looking thing that had a recorder on it. And I went to my basement and I recorded a session of just me asking questions, because I thought that was like, oh man, I could totally do this. So I tried to reach out to the spirits that were at my house. And I will say what was interesting about that time is it did sound like I caught something, but it was that recording was so old I couldn't even tell you what it is now. But I investigated the house a couple times after that. It felt like there was some stuff, but I would say that is what led me into the paranormal for sure.
Oh, and by the way, I just checked. We are live on TikTok now. It just took us an extra 15 minutes for whatever reason for it to connect. I don't know. I don't care. We're live right now on TikTok as well.
Okay. Well, that's awesome.
Okay. So what do you enjoy doing outside of the paranormal field?
So outside the paranormal field, I really enjoy, I would say my biggest thing is probably riding my motorcycle. I grew up with riding dirt bikes, 4-wheelers. Like my grandfather had 10 acres of land. We'd go like every Sunday, and
just ride around for hours, and it was a lot of fun. So that kind of just naturally moved into my own thing where I just would go out, and I love getting on long rides, going 2, 3, 4 hours a day, and just going out to ride, go exploring. I love exploration,
Nice.
which goes into, I think, something why I like paranormal too, is exploring in that sense.
Yeah, of course.
I'm also, I would say, a big movie person. I love movies.
That's actually my next question. What's your favorite movie?
Oh God, favorite movie?
Yes.
That's so much to go with. I'm
Pick
also
one.
so before that, I will say I'm also a big gamer, so I love
yeah.
gaming.
Mhm.
I grew up with video games, board games, card games. Love all that too. Love history. Love doing research in history. Also, a big personal self development kind of guy. Love getting into that kind of stuff. Music, huge music person. I was in a band slash did high school band my entire high school life. So music's always been a staple in my life. But movie wise, favorite movie. Man, this is tough because there's so many great movies.
Okay, well, pick not a list, but pick one that's in your top 5.
Top 5 would have to be
One that's definitely solidly in your top 5.
I'm okay. One that's definitely solidly in my top 5 has got to be Young Frankenstein by Mel Brooks.
Nice.
Love Young Frankenstein. That's easily one of my favorite movies. Second up with that, I'm just gonna say also another Mel Brooks movie, Spaceballs, because I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
So if I had to list out, I'd say Spaceballs. Love Spaceballs. Mel Brooks was just ahead of his time, way ahead of his time. He introduced comedy like I don't think anybody else could. He not necessarily so much introduced comedy, but he did so well with comedy. He got away with so much stuff. So yeah, I'd have to say that, and then yeah, that's where I'd leave off with that.
So, if any, do you have any personal goals in the paranormal field? It doesn't have to be like
I want to be
I want to
famous.
succeed at something, or I want to prove that ghosts are real. But it could be something just for you. What is a personal goal you have in the exploring the paranormal?
I would love. Okay, so for me, kind of just to preface this, my goals have definitely shifted in the paranormal field. Whereas before, I concentrated about like all the tech, all the latest paranormal this, paranormal that, devices, what have you. Now I want to have. I long for that organic experience again, where I could be just doing the most basic thing. And what I mean by basic thing, I mean just like I could be watching TV and then something happens and it actually kind of freaks me out, right? Like I long for that organic feel. Not so much, experience it by myself. There's been plenty of times where I've had experiences where it definitely, shook me a little bit. But I would definitely say just an organic paranormal experience without the reliance of tech. That's what I long for the most. Again, it's a feeling like no other when you have something happen that's just like whoa, like even if I requested it, like this one time during investigation, I did reach out to a spirit asking it to show itself, and I didn't have my filter fell. I didn't have any equipment running or anything. I mean, the only thing I had running was like a flashlight, but like that's besides the point. I didn't have a recorder. I didn't have camera recording, nothing. I just wanted the spirit to trust me, quote unquote. And if they trusted me, that they would show themselves to me because I wanted that experience. And yeah, that's what I'd say is my goal, is just to, I'm gonna leave that down, just to experience the paranormal again, like it was not driven by tech. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So some of the other questions I had, you've kind of already answered at different times. So I have one more. If you had a time machine, where would you go? And when would you go?
If I had a time machine, where would I go in history and when would I go?
Yeah.
Or yeah.
So same thing. What would you do with it?
Man, if I had a time machine, where would I go? Yeah. Oh man, this is such a.
I know it's on the spot.
This is tough because I got to think through so many things.
It doesn't have to be like your number one thing to do, just something you think would be fun or something that you would use it for.
Oh man, something that I would use it for. Number one, and some people may not. I mean, it's kind of my answer. I don't care what other people think. I would love to see I would love to see Christ.
Okay.
I would. I think that's my number one. I would love to do that. And then I would go back and probably, man, aside from that, I would want to experience the 80s. I'd want to live in the 80s. I'm not saying born in 1980 and then live it as a kid. I want to live the 80s as an adult. That's what I would love to do. That would be, because I mean, I'm a huge fan of one-hit wonders, 80s music, all that kind of stuff. But just to experience the metal and the change that the 80s brought in would be just, oh my gosh. I can't even fully explain to words how happy I would be probably in the 80s. But yeah, I would just love to experience the 80s.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So I hope everybody learned a thing or two about Charles tonight.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the interview?
I thought it was great. It was fun. I like the interview questions. I know some people don't, contrary to popular belief, but I really do. It's it's fun. You get to know the people, especially when you throw out questions people aren't expecting. Love it for sure. Dave, we should absolutely go to the Crescent. I'd love to go there again. It's been a long time for sure. But
all right, so let's talk a little bit about removing spirits from haunted locations.
yes, 100%.
So most people watching have probably saw my videos where I was reacting to, I was kind of triggered by a guy who commented on one of my videos that had been out there for like 3 or 4 years. It was just me walking around the Garnett house. And the comment simply said, you know what? I'll pull it up again. I have it right
as
here.
well. Yeah, might as
let's see.
Dave, oh fuck. You know what's coming, brother.
The grinner is gone. We removed him from the Garnett house. Is clean. That was the comment. And the guy doesn't have much of a channel. And I didn't actually put him out there. I said that I wasn't going to say who it was. Now I knew that people were going to find it. I knew that some people, and it seems like pretty much everybody went and found it.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to find. I'm not going to lie.
He also put out on his own channels, which I think some people, like Facebook page and stuff, I think some people had been following him already. So it kind of happened pretty quick that everybody figured out who he was. Then after I made that video commenting on how I felt about it, that it was pretty disrespectful to do, that he came out and said that he didn't care what people thought and that the owners of these locations were just acting on greed, and that's why they wouldn't want the spirits removed from their house or building or office or whatever the haunted location is. So, Charles, everybody kind of knows my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts on it?
Plain and simple, just outright stupid. Absolutely stupid. To be clouded by self-righteousness, that you think that these spirits want to be taken out of this location, or that the owner of said locations, owners or whatever, wherever you're at, want this to happen. If they wanted removal, they would seek someone to remove said spirit. Now, mind you, this person's going to think, oh, it's greed, it's da 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 da. It's still a business. They're giving paranormal investigators the chance to go into a location and safely investigate a haunted location. And what I mean by safely is it's not, you know, riddled by drugs from homeless people or just even presences of homeless people or random people. Like, they're like secure locations.
Yeah.
Like, they are giving people the chance to actually have experiences and to document possible experiences.
And I don't know if this guy
It's
personally
stupid.
paid to go to the Garnett house, but I do know that somebody paid for that investigation that night. So somebody felt it was okay to pay to be there. So his excuse for it being greedy doesn't really add up if somebody paid for him to be there. And then he commented, like, I didn't read the whole thing, but I read a lot of it. It was like a 18 paragraph long investigation cleansing report thing as a comment on one of my videos. And he had flat out lied in there. He said he was invited in and he was asked to remove the spirit.
First off, we know the owner would absolutely
I know that
not do that.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows, I in no way thought this person was capable of doing that, but that doesn't matter. I think that anybody could be capable of doing that, but that's not necessarily why I had issue with it. It's just you might feel a certain way about the spiritual aspect, but we live in a real material world where even if you are setting spirits free and you can justify it by saying, oh, they wanted to be set free, that person that owns that building and running a business could be adversely affected by this.
Yes.
So you
100%.
have, if you want to live in this world, you have to live in both realities, even if you believe in one more than the other. If you want to go remove spirits, do it all day in your house or out in the woods or some abandoned house. I will say that I know a few people that own a few different places, and they say that it would surprise you how many times they're told by people, oh, we removed this spirit, or oh, we removed that spirit. And none of it really works.
I also think some people are just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's true too. But yeah, I kind of feel like people should just kind of not be an asshole.
And stay in their own lane.
Don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Treat a place like you would want to be treated.
With respect.
And I do believe that people have the potential to be redeemed, be given a second chance, but that guy has to ask for it.
Yeah, and Dave's got a good point. He said 100% Jason. I believe he was trying to be controversial just to push his book. Mm-hmm. His replies to comments were directing them to buy his book. So, yes, I'm right there for that.
So that's my thoughts on it.
I mean, it's incredibly disrespectful, and you're absolutely right about the person at the end of the day. They bought that location, yes, to run a business and have investigators come and investigate it. If you want to say, oh, it's all for greed, then don't buy anything ever in this world. How about you don't sell your book? You selling your book for greed too? So if someone's selling something, what is it? You know, we're in a consumer world. We consume things. We have to go do things. So in order to do that, we have to pay money to do those things. You think the person that owns that location wants their source of income to be taken away? No, not at all. So that's my 2 cents.
All right, so let's have a little fun.
Let's have some fun.
We're going to do some GeoCities website archive exploring. Let's switch over to where you guys can see this. Give me just a second. Properties. There we go. So this is. So I don't know if you're aware how GeoCities worked, but they're all little user generated websites, and they had
Okay.
different
Oh, snap.
like spaces, and one of them was called Area 51. This happens to be Area 51 Vault
Ooh.
1011, and not everything's going to work on here, but I have gone through enough to know that a lot of the stuff in here works.
Okay.
So we'll just click on the first one here, which is Area 51 Restricted Research Center.
Thanks, Adam, for the comment. He says there's only one way to remove a stubborn spirit from a location: mineral spirits.
So let's click on pictures of a map of Area 51.
All right. Oh
So
gosh.
we could see Groom Lake up here. I don't know how well this is coming through for people watching, or how well you can see it, Charles.
I can see it pretty well. I don't. Let me go back. Yeah, there we go. Yep, I can see it pretty well.
It says down here, Area 51 Research Center, Rachel, Nevada. Oh,
Interesting.
there's an email address here. So this was one thing we were going to do. I was going to email people on that had their email addresses on here to see if they were still active. So that's Area
51. I think that's C or RC. Area 51 RC at AOL.com.
AOL.com.
Oh, Research Center. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So subject strange.
Thanks, Time Traveler. Appreciate it. Have a great night.
GeoCities site. Found your old website.
Dave says, I'm watching on the TV. It looks clear.
Are you still interested in Area? This is great TV.
This is great.
Me
TV.
just
I love
typing
it.
out an email.
Area.
Jason Kupsik, Strange Paranormal. All right, I'll let you guys know if I get an email back from them. So there's.
Tune in next week.
It says a scale of 1 of 400. There is little wording on here that that's a baseball diamond up there.
What? Where?
Right here it says baseball diamond or baseball field. That's a water tower.
Okay.
Some of this stuff I can't read. We'll add this.
It does say
picture in the
baseball
chat.
diamond. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So let's see what else is on here. Link between Groom Lake and California's Antelope Valley.
Dave, I'm a few beers in, so I'm enjoying this.
For more than 40 years, a secret airbase has existed at Groom Lake, Nevada, to test classified aircraft originally built by the CIA. It is now operated by the Air Force as part of the Nellis Bombing and Gunnery Range. So this was back before they came out and said that this area existed. In fact, I'm going to open this link up here. And, well, I should have pulled it up before because it does say on here the last time that this website was updated.
Oh, okay.
And this would have been pre-2002. Because I think that's when GeoCities went down.
There's people in the world older than this. Or younger than this, I should say.
Yeah. My daughter was born in 2003.
That's wild.
Based on military documents and other information, I believe that there's a strong connection between operations in the Antelope Valley, especially Air Force Plant 42, and Groom Lake.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Dave says the diamond is for the company's softball games, Humans versus Aliens.
It says that, Mailer Demon says that the email address no longer works.
Gosh darn it. Well, strike two.
So some of the similarities between Groom Lake and Antelope Valley is they both have 12,000 foot long runways.
Okay.
And I'm not going to read all of this. Let's keep looking for pictures because that's the fun stuff.
Oh, we should go back to the radio, like not right now, but just hold on to this. And if there's a radio frequency there,
Yeah.
maybe, if you're ever in that area, pick up that radio frequency, see if you can hear anything.
Okay. Here's military bases suspected of UFO activity.
Ooh,
Ooh, let's see this. Oh, they all work. The United
Nice.
States, Andrews Air Force Base. UFOs have been spotted over the base by military personnel and public. Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana was put on alert during the 1975 Loring AFB intrusions. The Loring
What?
Air Force Base descriptions during 1975, a rash of UFO sightings occurred over the base. The base, along with others, was put on a security option 3 and was told to prepare to defend assault. However, the UFOs were never identified as helicopters. What?
It froze for like
did
6 seconds. Yeah,
Okay.
it's all right.
Well, we're talking about this airbase. Maybe that's why.
Maybe, yeah. Good point. I didn't
I
think about
said
that.
security option 3 and then it froze.
They're listening. They're
It says,
listening.
It looked like bright, stretched football crafts the size of a car. Jets were scrambled to intercept the UFOs, but their attempts proved unsuccessful. I had never heard of that one before.
I had either.
There's a lot of them here. Let's see if there's another incident here. Oh. Fort Ritchie, in Maryland, during 1976, UFOs were spotted over weapons storage facilities on the base.
Whoa, goodness.
Let's
Going
see.
so fast.
Let's find out if there's one in Missouri on here. Nope. One in Kansas. Nope.
Darn. What about Arkansas?
One in Nebraska. Nope. Iowa. Nope.
New Mexico?
Arkansas. I guess we're pretty safe around here. Nope.
I guess so. Arizona, Luke. They said Scott Air Force Base. Worked there when St. Louis had the big triangle craft chased by police. Wild. Never even heard of that one.
Oakdale Armory near Greater Pittsburgh International Airport. This armory is home to the 662nd Radar Squadron. This squadron was the military group involved in the cover-up of the Kecksburg, Pennsylvania UFO crash of 1965. So we're just going to have to look into some of this stuff.
Nope, we absolutely are. Absolutely.
Let's
That'd
see
be
if we can find some more photos. That's what I kind of want to get.
Aliens pictures.
They are here. Oh, that's fun to look at.
Oh, hello.
This information could save your life and freedom from the coming official announcement of the alien presence on Earth. Why Star Wars, the Hubble Space Telescope, the sudden fall of communism.
The first thing, when you first loaded it, I just saw communism. I'm like, oh, shit.
Okay, so beware. Only your knowledge of this fake invasion and fake rapture can prevent it from happening. Demand the truth from your government. Tell them you know about the aliens and that they are good aliens and bad aliens, and that MJ-12 is promoting the bad aliens and the one world government they hope to control.
Well, you
need to tell your government about that.
They did get one thing completely right, and that was the New World Order.
Yeah. What is Brenton's theory? Oh, this is a whole story. I'm not going to.
Good Lord.
Okay. Let's see the Mars face.
Oh, I
think we all kind of know the Mars face. That's a really small photo.
It is. That's
knows
crappy.
What that looks like. The Roswell incident pictures. Ooh.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I've seen these.
Can't make them bigger.
Weren't they debunked?
I think those particular pictures were
Yeah.
debunked. All right, let's go to alien pictures.
Oof.
Okay,
Let's get all-
so
Oh
I don't
God.
see any pictures.
Who put this font up?
That's the
course.
same thing.
The Foreign Technology Division.
No photos.
All the pictures are taken down.
UFO
Man.
stuff.
Oh, here we go. That's real interesting.
UFO guide.
1994.
Oh,
my
look
gosh.
at all of these links. Wow, this is so detailed.
This is whoever ran this is actually
Travis
pretty good.
Walton, Zeta Reticuli.
See if was the Bet Sphere on there?
Sphere. Okay.
Like on the one before. So Foo Fighters Sphere. Just type in BETZ.
BETZ. Nope.
Nothing. Okay. Interesting. That's an interesting topic. If you've never heard of it.
I thought this was just going to be like fun browsing, funny things, but there's a lot of stuff here.
You might need to save this website for a couple of research.
Official X-Files page.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so we'll go back to. So there's that one, and I'm putting it down while I pull up the next one.
Oh, Majestic 12. Thanks, Dave. That's what MJ.
Yep, Majestic 12.
I didn't know what that meant.
Okay, I'm gonna find this one.
Cassie goes, looks like a web page I made when I learned code in 1998.
Well, this was probably made in
I was
1998.
gonna say that's pretty dang close.
Okay, I wanted to read this one because let's see.
Dang mailer demon attaching itself to your streams.
Okay, so I did find that website that we were just looking at was last updated November 25th of 1996.
Wow, nice. Nice. That's awesome. 96. That's wild, dude.
Okay, so this one I thought was, oh, it also has an email address on it. So this one,
Dave, I don't think your mathing is mathing correctly.
I grabbed this one. I have no idea what it's about, but the headline is "Genetically Advanced Purple Monkeys of the
wrong.
Amazon Control the World."
Oh my gosh, I could be wrong. Sorry.
What the hell is a purple monkey?
What is it? Is that a purple people eater's distant cousin?
The theory of the existence of purple monkeys was first put forth by Tim Milliken. The tribe of the purple monkey is a tribe of genetically advanced purple monkeys. The monkey has telepathic abilities that control the world. This page is dedicated to that tribe of the purple monkeys. History.
Okay.
The Society of the Purple Monkey has a deep history. It begins in Egypt. This is really hard to read. This is hurting my eyes.
You want me to read it?
No, it's not.
Say it's not hurting my eyes.
The first known record of the purple monkey is in an appendix in the Papyrus Ani. The appendix can be found at the end of plate 33. A direct translation of the appendix reads, "To be said, hail ye apes for these who sit in the bows of the boat of Ra." Egyptians believed that a gray monkey operated the scales of value after death. The scale would be balanced one's heart, the symbol of which is a pot, against their ka, literally translated as double, their actual body. As the monkeys controlled the afterlife, they were known associates of Ra. Let's see what else they say about the monkeys. How do they control the world? The purple monkeys control the world in many aspects. First, they by controlling key political leaders. The monkeys telepathically create holograms to resemble the the selected person. This, however, is a difficult and strenuous process. Due to its difficulty, little mistakes will appear. The mistakes will resemble a non functioning body, i.e., Jean Cretin, Bob Dole, Al Gore, Lucian Bouchard, Bill Gates, T. Roosevelt, Stephen Hawking. To have purchasing power on the market, the monkeys get money through a clever way by donations. By claiming that they are with a group trying to protect the rainforest, people deciding that this is a worthy cause write checks and send money. With all that money, the monkeys purchase key stocks from key companies at key times. Being major stockholders, they have large say in the directions of the companies.
That is one hell of a conspiracy theory.
What can we do about it? Remain calm. The tribe of the purple monkeys poses no immediate threat.
Oh, that's good.
They are peaceful and merely want to coexist. As long as we don't go looking for them and try to retrieve them for science, they will not harm us.
Too
They
late.
have a bibliography.
Oh my god. And there's an email. Oh my god.
Comments, idea, proof. Email me at. All right, let's give this.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh,
This is fantastic. I am
it's a
highly
hot mail.
influenced. Budge WEA.
I am looking for the purple monkeys.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't have said what I said.
Can you help us find the purple?
Chat, you got me missing karma cakes right now. Darn it.
Jason Kupsik, Strange Paranormal. All right, we'll see if we get a reply back there.
This page is currently under construction.
All right, so what do you think about the purple monkeys?
Oh. Well, I thought it was interesting how they were tying in Egypt. I kind of want to actually look that up and see if there is a papyrus Ani in what it says on page 33. I just don't understand where they get the idea that they're purple, personally.
Yeah, they didn't say there.
Especially in the line, it said something about apes, but like, yeah, I'd have to research what the hell that ape is.
Well, so there's our two GeoCities websites for today.
Yep. Highly entertaining.
So let's before we go on to our plus episode, let's take a look around the web and see if that email address is not any good either.
No.
Damn.
Bummer, bro.
Let's take a
Bummer.
look around. I know you've been reading comments from YouTube. Is that where you've been
Yes.
reading the comments
Yeah.
from? So let's check where other things are live at the moment and see if we have any other comments from them.
I'm looking around. I don't see anything on Fate.
Spaz Oyedi says Nancy has monkeys in the basement buying stocks. I'm assuming she's talking about Nancy Pelosi.
That's my assumption as well. Is that what was that on? Was that a TikTok?
That's on Pilled.
On Pilled?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to smoke hard for this kind of consumption.
I'm right there with you. Right there with you. 100%.
All right, so let's see if there's any comments over on TikTok. I don't know if I can actually check those.
Cassie,
comments.
papyrus purple primates, because I like alliteration.
All right, can
That's
I look
amazing.
up comments on here? I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, here we go. Some. Dillard's Paranormal said, "Hey, I like the project. Blue Beam. Solo Paranormal says, hi, guys. And then
Hey,
also
Erica.
said the blood type. Was over on TikTok.
Okay.
Let's see if I could see any Rumble
Yeah, I should have
comments on here.
had those TikTok pulled up too. That's my bad.
That's all right. I figured
We'll get it where
if we
chat
start
filters
getting
in.
more of a flow in the future, we'll save our comments until the end of the episode. But no comments. We do have some viewers, but no comments over on Rumble at the moment. Let's check out Facebook real quick.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on Facebook, but I could be wrong. On mine, the live chat shows nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always like to read. I always like to read the comments from people in the live chats. It just makes sense with the theme.
Well, soon we will have it set up where they'll be scrolling in the top right corner or somewhere on the screen from all the sources. It's just obviously you guys already know I didn't have the time to get it all set up.
Yeah, it's all good. It's also a way to include. To me, reading them out during the show is a way to include everybody too.
Yeah.
Like getting their opinions, thoughts on things. I like seeing that for sure.
Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed our first live broadcast of Strange Paranormal, even though we had a little bit of a glitch at the beginning. You can follow us on all the social medias. Go to strangeparanormal.com to find us on whatever social media platform you want to follow us on. Give us a call. Leave a voicemail or text at 575-208-4873. If we like you enough, we'll play it on air.
Absolutely.
I will respond to texts as well, as long as it's, nice and appropriate. So.
Thanks, Cassie. We appreciate it. Thank you for being here. She said this was fun, guys.
All right. So so if you want to catch the rest of this show, which is an extra 30 minutes at least after we get off air here live, go to Patreon, which you can find on our website. Sign up for $5 a month, and you could get extra content, including video reactions, which we don't want to do live and get banned on here at the moment. So.
Yep. And for the record, Dave, I have no control over the audio. That is not me.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the internet connection, because you drop out, like it drops down to echoey and back up just randomly with nothing happening.
So if you're listening to the live playback of what the audience can hear, it's constantly echoey.
Yeah. So we'll keep working on that, and I'm actually going to hopefully be changing studios in the next month when I'm moving. So this will be growing and moving, and I think this went pretty good for the first time around anyways. So
Yeah, for sure.
if you missed us live, this will be out, and all the segments will be chopped up and put out individually as well. So if you like a certain kind of segment, let us know. If you have any comments on a certain topic we talked about, let us know. Just give us some feedback so we can make the show better for you.
Absolutely. 100%. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Greatly appreciated.
See you next time.